That creepy bear from the Sochi Olympics made an appearance in Wellesley as a packed house hoped to see the host Raiders advance in D1 South. But Jack Loughnane and BC High had other plans. Raiders junior Ryan Noel doing work early, scoring in the post here to give Wellesley a quick advantage. Next time down, and Noel spins the other way for an easy basket to help the Raiders build an 8-2 first quarter lead. But BC's bench would answer as Isaiah Bauman hits this three from the corner. That was one of his 3 shots from long distance in the first half. End of the first quarter, and Loughnane gets going in transition, knifing through and finishing at the rim as the buzzer sounds. BC takes a 20-18 lead into the second. How about another Eagle bench player as senior Steve Young drives in, then spins back for an easy basket. Next time down the floor for BC, and it's Young again, this time fading away near the free throw line to put BC High up 4. Then Young goes up and over for another easy basket. You would think it was Super Bowl 29 with the way Steve Young was dominating. BC High up 6. But Noel wasn't just scoring as this pinpoint pass finds near Liebenthal, who knocks down a tray. More good ball movement from Wellesley as the ball ends up in the hands of Andy Kaplan, who buries another 3 for the Raiders. And how about Liebenthal again? The Raiders just keep making it rain from downtown.
They hit some really tough shots. I thought we were playing some pretty good defense, and they hit some shots right in our face. And we were just hoping that they would miss a few at the right time.
But it wasn't just great shooting. Here, Liebenthal pushes it ahead in transition to Kaplan, who goes up and finishes to put Wellesley up 10 in the third. And now it's Noel again, fighting on the offensive glass and eventually putting this one back to put the Raiders up a dozen in the fourth, their largest lead of the game. But the Eagles would answer, and Young stays with a miss here to begin chipping away at that Raider lead. Then Loughnane, no panic in this kid, he just stays under control and nails a floater to pull BC High within 8. How about more offensive rebounds as senior Alex Loughnane follows a miss to pull the Eagles within 4. Then the younger Loughnane drives and misses, but Phil Leotsakos is there for another putback. Eagles now down only 3 with 2 minutes to play. Next time down the floor, and a great pass from Tom Galenick to Alex Loughnane makes it a 1-point game late. BC High goes inside to Young on their next possession, and he draws the foul. At the line, he makes the first to tie the game. He would miss the second, but BC would get the ball back moments later. And that's when Loughnane would go to work, and he's looking for a pull-up at the elbow, and he nails it. BC takes its first lead since the second quarter, and Loughnane is feeling just fine. Wellesley with a chance to tie, but this shot is off, and guess who grabs the board? That's right, Jack Loughnane. He would bury the 2 free throws to put this one out of reach. The BC High fans in attendance were pumped, and with good reason, their Eagles complete the comeback to win 66-58 and stay alive in the D1 South playoffs.
Yeah, well, in practice we always take that pull-up jump shot, so it's trying to get to the point where it's an automatic shot. And I was open, they trusted me with the shot. I hit it, and then great defense secured the rebound down the other end.
And once again, I'm joined by ESPN Boston high school sports editor Brendan Hall. Brendan, game totally changed in the fourth quarter. It seemed like Wellesley was pulling away a little bit there in the third, and then in the fourth, some defensive adjustments from BC High, and Jack Loughnane, huge plays down the stretch, jump shots, rebounds, some great defense. What did the Eagles do to turn it around?
Yeah, one adjustment they were talking about in particular was moving up Phil Leotsakos, a forward, moving all up a little bit to get Ryan Noel, the Wellesley forward, who was killing at that point, move up a little bit. They could work around that. They slowly chipped away at it. 6 minutes left, you're down 12 points. A lot of teams, I think, get a little bit flustered, suddenly start trying to shoot their way back into the game, and a lot of times you see a team will shoot its way out in that situation, but they slowly chipped away out of it, never really lost control. And if you're watching the body language of Jack Loughnane, he wasn't yelling, he wasn't screaming, he was directing traffic out there, pointing kids around, just, hey, let's keep it easy. He goes ahead there. I thought an even bigger basket was that one from Tom Galenick to close it to 3. You get 2 minutes to go there, he has a 3-pointer there from the corner. Now you're looking at a ball game. And then Jack obviously cold as ice there. That pull-up jumper he's practiced thousands of times between BABC, with his father obviously for years, and with the high school team as well. It was like second nature to him. Yeah. And then getting that rebound at the other end and picking up the foul and then making it a 4-point game, that was kind of a backbreaker too. Hats off to BC High. I think their urgency at times has been called into question. at points during the season. It took them for a while to get that signature win, but now they erased a 12-point lead in the last 6 minutes of the game, and they have a very big match coming up on Friday. Hats off to them for never really losing the cool here.
Yeah, they certainly didn't. You mentioned Jack. Those last couple free throws, just when they're putting the game on ice, he's laughing, he's giving high fives. Ice water through his veins. Absolutely no hesitation on his part.
Absolutely.
But things get even more challenging for the Eagles now. You mentioned CM, Catholic Memorial. Last we saw them playing the Eagles, 106, 103, something like that. Overtime thriller.
Unbelievable.
What do you expect this time around?
Well, they say in the trilogy, right? Anything goes in the third installment, right?
Even Ewoks.
Godfather Part 3, right? You know, Ewoks, yes. Anything goes in the third trilogy. So I'm not really sure what to expect. I mean, CM picks the first two matchups here, but the last one, you were there, 106-100 overtime game. You know, they come out of that game, I think BC High, feeling pretty confident about the way things are going. That was a kind of a turning point for them in the season. They had, you know, had a couple of nice wins, but that one in particular gave them some confidence. All right, this is the best shooting team in the state, and we went toe-to-toe with them. I think they feel pretty confident going into this one. There's going to be a live crowd. BC High and CM are ages-old arch rivals. I would say get there early. It's going to be a heck of a crowd there, heck of an atmosphere. I think they really like the chances going into this one. So I wouldn't be surprised to see anything happen in this one. So.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. As Jack said, they're going to bring it. That crowd is definitely going to bring it. Going to be a great game as Mass Madness continues. Thanks for watching. I'm Joe Parello. He's Brendan Hall, ESPN Boston High School Sports.